Come on, folks, are you guys ready? Please put your hands together for Nick the Greek. Let him hear it.
Oh, okay. So, first time, don't kill me. And yeah, I know, it's tough to believe, but I am actually Greek. Yeah, I know, Joe, I know. Just hold on to it a little bit, man, can you? So I wanted to start out with that. I wanted to start out just by saying, Talos orizate, talos irtate, que nos este kala. Yeah, there you go, there you go. No, it happens on the regular. Every time that I'm at work, somebody's like, you can't be Greek because you're black. Which I don't understand. Because if you've been to Greece, there are way too many black people there, actually. It's getting out of hand. So, I actually got married. Who's a member of St. Catherine's Church down the street? No, nobody?
I am.
Well, yeah, obviously. She's the one I got married to, so I would imagine she was there, but you know how wives are, they have to put it in there. So, we got married about 3 years ago. And thank you. Just the one person, nobody else gives a shit. And so the marriage has been great. Gotta say, can't really complain too much. Really interesting thing that I found out after we got married, unfortunately, was that my wife actually happened to be in love with somebody else. I know, it's terrible. Wait till you hear who it is. So, my wife has a sleeping toy. No, it's not what you think it is. Pretty sure that most women either have this or have had this at some point in their life. For some of you, it's like a little blanket. For others, maybe it's a dolly. She has a teddy bear. Now, admittedly, I gave her the bear. It was the first Valentine's Day that we were together. And, of course, she named it. So his name is George. And George is a very interesting character. He can't speak, and he can be spoken to. And so, all of a sudden when we moved in together and would go to bed in the usual style in which I lay down and then she just basically rolls over on top of me and I'm stuck there for the rest of the night. In between her and I is George. Just got him tucked under her arm, just gotta hold on to him, makes her feel safe. And so one night I figured that, look, I'll just see how far this has gone, right? Now, I know that some of you have probably experienced somebody who can, like, sleepwalk. My wife can actually live out the rest of her life and be unconscious at the same time. It's definitely possible. I've tested it quite a few times, and I know what most of you are thinking. I mean, she can be completely asleep, answer questions, be interrogated. She can get up and go get a drink. We can have an entire conversation, lights can be on. I'll remind her in the morning, nothing happened. She has no clue. So I figure, all right, well, try it out, see what happens. And like some sort of jealous fit, because George always seems to be closer to her than I do, I grab him by the legs and, just sort of like Indiana Jones maneuver, try to slide him out and put my hand there and maybe she won't notice. Yeah, well, I think maybe 2 seconds went by. And so all of a sudden, she's turned over and her hand just kind of starts moving around. And all of a sudden her forearm just starts going around. And before you know it, her entire arm is just coming over, flailing all over the place. And all you can hear is, where's my bear? Where's my bear? Sure enough, I put George like remotely close to her hand. She clutched it and just pulls it in, just holds it in there, okay, and rolls over. I am telling you at this point that if we were to go to bed, I could wake up, slip out, drive up to Immokalee, go ahead and pull down like, 10, 20 G's, blow the whole thing on strippers, booze, and cocaine, come back the same night, get back into bed. All she would probably do is just roll over, lay on top of me. George, 1 inch away, unconscious search party. That's how I figured it out. There's even one time where she was asleep. I was awake, just coming back to bed. Figured I'd go to the kitchen, just like normal guys do. You go to the kitchen, you just open the door. You don't actually do anything. You just open the door, just make sure all your food's still there that you bought. Because you bought it, so hopefully the kids didn't get to it, or some other jackass took your last piece of pie, who knows. And all of a sudden, I'm walking back into, we live in a little apartment, all right? So from the kitchen to the bedroom, you run right into each other. I'm going back to the bedroom as she is just walking right past me, eyes open, like, totally awake, walks right past me, opens up the front door and just starts walking out in her nightie, right? I'm just sitting there watching it like, what the fuck is going on here? She turns around, she comes back in, closes the door, locks it up, right? Comes back into the bedroom, sits down on the bed. I'm sitting there and I'm like, baby, what were you doing? It's almost like just woke her up right then and there. She was like, what? I was looking for you. I couldn't find you. I was like, you walked right the fuck past me. I don't even understand what you're talking about. No, I didn't. I was looking for you. I couldn't find you, and I went outside. I thought you were outside. Like, why in the hell? It's fucking 3 in the morning. Why would I have been outside? I don't understand this. Next morning, wake up, going out breakfast and everything like that. Sit down, explain it to her. I'm like, look, did you know that last night you actually walked outside of the house in your nightgown? No, I didn't. I didn't do that shit. Are you sure? Because I swear to God, you went outside. I didn't take pictures. But you went outside the house, said you couldn't find me, you were looking for me, you couldn't find me. Nah, you're just fucking lying. I don't know why you say that. I tell my friends about this type of stuff. They absolutely don't believe me. There's nothing I can do about it. So, that's all the time I've got, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Give him a big round of applause, folks. That's his first time up here.